Hey, I'm Roland and I'm here at CES 2017 and we're taking a look at a device that just got announced for South America. This is the Huawei Prague. That's actually a device that made the rounds through the FCC, for example, as the PRA LX1. That is now called Huawei P9 Lite 2017 for South America. It's going to launch under the Honor brand and other countries as the FCC listings let us know earlier. And it is a rather low-end but kind of interesting device because it offers a lot for not that much money. They said it was going to cost around $350 in Mexico, for example, but they have very high taxes on smartphones, so it should actually retail worldwide for a price around 250 euros, I would guess, for example. So it's going to be a bit less than what they're charging in South America, where the taxes are very high. This is a 5.2-inch smartphone running at Full HD panel, and as you can see, this is a gorgeous screen for that price. Colors really pop. The contrast is also very good, and color reproduction seems pretty much great. So if you turn the device around and flip it, no colors are bleeding there, and there's no issues with how colors are displayed. Looking at the bezels here, they're not the smallest, and there's also this black inner bezel as usual on many phones that have a white front. I don't know about the other colors, but I think there's going to be a black one, a gold one, and a pink one of the P9 Lite 17 too. It runs Full HD resolution, so as you can see, we have a very crisp it's displaying fonts and stuff very crisply here, and it generally just looks very good. Looking at the UI, you can see this runs Android 7.0 Nougat with EMUI 5.0, so that's the first for Huawei having Android 7.0 on a lower end device than, for example, the P9 or the Mate line actually. And down here we have an interesting setup on the buttons there. Those are still not final yet, but this looks kind of interesting with those filled out buttons here. You can always switch these around. As usual, we have your Huawei logo down here, and up top you get an 8-megapixel camera. There's your earpiece plus the sensor array for brightness and distance. And looking at the device from the sides, you might be able to see that this has this 2.5D curved glass cover here on the front, which should be pretty stretch resistant. Looking at it from the side, you'll see that this actually looks like metal, but it is not. So this is just a plastic frame that goes around the device, but it still feels, well, kind of premium for a low-range device. There's a power button right here, which feels a little bit wobbly, as you can see. Same goes for the volume rocker, but that might be changing because this is still not fully final hardware, although the device will be out in Latin America from the beginning or the end of February, actually. We have a 3.5mm headset jack right there, plus your noise-canceling microphone, and if you go further around, you'll see the micro SD card slot, also doubling as a dual SIM card tray right here, so you can extend the storage. Storage is actually different depending on the countries. You'll have 3 gigs of RAM at least, combined with 16 gigabytes of flash storage in Latin America. There's probably going to be versions with more flash memory in there, so 32 gigabytes, I think, in other countries. And they even said that there might even be models with 4 gigabytes of RAM in this case. So down here we have a micro USB plug, actually, so that's a 2.0 plug, not a USB Type-C as in other countries or in higher-end devices, or even the newer devices from Huawei themselves. They're sticking with micro USB here, and it does support fast charging on its 3000 milliamp hour battery right here. So on this side there's your single speaker, and over here we have the typical placement with those holes that are just looking like speakers, but this one is actually only the microphone in here. Going over to the back, you'll end up with another glass cover that also has this 2.5D side design right here, so it feels very nice in the hand. It's really a slick device. Some people might find it slippery depending on how dry your hands are. Up here you have the Huawei typical fingerprint reader that should be very, very fast indeed, because Huawei has really been leading the pack there with having those super fast fingerprint readers. Up top is a 12-megapixel camera that uses 1.25 micron pixel sizes, and that should be a pretty decent camera. They're saying it's not the same camera as on the Huawei Nova, and still should be very nice, at least from the camera standpoint right here. And there's a single LED flash, and that, I think, is pretty much all I have to say about this device. If you look closely, you'll see it is around 7mm in thickness. I can't really tell you exactly, but we'll see about that later on. Let's go into settings and have a little look at what this device actually is able to do. We have a bunch of special features from them, so you can actually turn off the multi-page home screen here and just switch to the typical Android app drawer setting there. You can switch around the buttons down here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So this has just been a very quick look at the Huawei P9 Lite 2017 for South America, launching as some kind of Honor device in other countries, but we'll see about that.